Hi, this is Carmella Teresa with you today to show you how to make a beautiful hair tie with half double crochet stitch. And I have made a few to show you. This is in blue ribbon. This one is in a brown ribbon, and I left a little tie at the end there. And what you'll need is your L hook. If you do not have an L hook, a J is fine. If you've been using a different size and you're comfortable with it, that's most important. And then you will need a hairband. You can use any type of yarn you want. If you have the ribbon yarn, that's great. Some of the techniques in this video today apply specifically to the ribbon yarn, just to make sure it's really secure, because it's a little slippery, so we do a couple extra knots here and there. So that's what you're going to begin with. And I have tied a loop onto a hairband to show you what it's going to look like when you begin, and I will walk you through that. You want to tie your loop onto your band, onto your hair tie, just the way you would as if you were making your slip knot without the hair tie. So you want to leave a little extra length here because you're gonna be using some yarn here, and just make your loop according to the technique you would use, as if there's not even a band there, but there is a band there. So there's your loop. And what I like to suggest is that you put an extra knot on your tail right here. You can tie another knot. And the reason for that is ribbon yarn is a little slippery. So you want to just give it a little security. Now, to start your half double crochet, it's very, very simple. You're going to put your hook through your loop. You're going to put yarn over. You're going to bring your hook underneath your band, just as though you were going under a piece of another yarn. You're going to bring your yarn over again. You're going to pull it through and yarn over again. It's a lot of yarn over, and we'll do this again. So you're going to pull it all the way through, all three of those stitches. So it's yarn over, put it under your band, yarn over again, come back up above your band. Now you have 3 pieces of yarn there. So you're going to do yarn over one last time, and you're going to pull it straight through all 3. There, now you've done 2 half double crochets. You're going to do yarn over, under, yarn over, pull it back up, yarn over, pull it through all 3. Nice. Yarn over, just remember, yarn over, go under the band, yarn over again, come back up over the band, yarn over again, and then pull it straight through the 3 loops. And that's what it's beginning to look like. So here we go. Yarn over, under, yarn over, you're above the band again, yarn over, pull it through the loops. Think of the band as a piece of yarn. Yarn over, you're going to go under the band, you're going to hook a piece of yarn again, that's your yarn over, pull it, come above the band. When you come above the band, you have 3 pieces of yarn on your hook. And now you're going to put another piece, yarn over, and pull through all three. Yarn over, going to go under the band, pull it over, pull through. Yarn over your hook. That's the first thing you're doing, is yarn over your hook. Go under your band, yarn over the hook again, pull it up, yarn over, and pull through all three of the loops. When you see all three of your loops, then you know it's time to end that stitch. And we're not doing any chains in between. We're just simply going straight to the stitch. Okay, so yarn over, under the band, yarn over, come above. There's 3 loops on that hook. Now you're going to put yarn over again, pull it straight through all 3 loops, and there's your stitch. This is very sparkly, pretty ribbon. This is a perfect stitch for the hair tie. So now we're ready to put the yarn over the hook again. You're going to go under the band. You're going to hook a piece of yarn again, call that yarn over, bring it up, and you have 3 pieces of yarn. Put another piece of yarn over and pull that through, because you want to connect all 3 pieces of those loops. So yarn over, you're going to go under your band, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And when you're just looking at this, you have just a loop. There's your loop. Yarn over before you do anything. Go under your band, pull a piece of yarn up again. Nice. Then yarn over and pull it through. And there it's coming along. Now, you can really put as many of these on, but your goal is to just cover the band. And most people twist the band into 2, so it will look really pretty. There's no certain number of these half double crochets that I do. I just look at it and make sure it is covered. Yarn over, go under the band, pull it through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Yarn over, under the band, pull it through, yarn over again, pull all 3 loops. Yarn over, under the band, yarn over again, come up, yarn over again, pull through. Now this one is almost done. These are a very quick project. Even if you're learning, you'll find yourself done with this in a short amount of time. Yarn over, under the band, yarn over, pull it back up, yarn over, pull it through. Okay, we're almost ready to tie this, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do this. Just remember, with this stitch, you're starting off with your loop on your hook, and you're ending up with 3 yarn overs. Okay, one under, one over, and one to pull through. Okay, now you're at the point where you're going to attach your beginning and your end, just as though you would a circle. I'm going to make one more half double crochet just to get it a little closer. And what I do, for the sake of keeping it really simple, is I switch to a smaller hook. And so I'm going to take this hook, put that down, and I'm using a much smaller. This is a 5. So, or I'm sorry, it's a 9/9. So what we're going to do, the way I attach it is I'm going to put the hook through a hole right at the beginning, and I'm going to attach it with a simple chain. And then I am going to put this down, and I'm going to cut my tail a couple of inches there, and I am going to pull this straight through. So it's a knot. Now, because we ended right at the last stitch where we started, we have a really, really great opportunity to create a bow. So I am going to pull this tail, I'm going to weave it closer to the band because it's right at the edge on the outside of the hair tie. So this way I can tie both of these tails together. And if you notice, I'm going to make 2 knots here. And then I'm going to, if you wanted to, you could leave this long. But I'm going to cut it. And I think it looks really cute like that. Now, if you wanted to, you could tie this a couple more times and tuck the knot in. Or just cut these tails right down so they're not even noticeable, but you have a nice couple of knots in there. But this is kind of trendy, having the little tails down. So that is how you make a really pretty hair tie with ribbon yarn. So just one more aesthetically beautiful thing to add to your meditative art collection or your crocheting techniques. So have a beautiful day, and thank you.